Welcome to Liberating Inner Beauty. I am Lucia Gabriela. And today's topic is going to be about what is healing, what is emotional healing, sexual healing, physical healing, what it is, and how do we know we are healing. Many times I have so many people come into my practice that they are not aware what healing is about. And a lot of times it's very hard to explain it until you don't experience it. But from all my 18 years plus studies and work with energy work, I have learned that healing is pretty much about being present and also becoming aware of the situations that are being triggered in your life for you to see and shift them and transcend that. You know, we humans and we had been accustomed to just see our physical body. And when we're talking about healing, people just really just think about physical healing. You know, we get a cut, we break our leg, something happened to us in a physical aspect, and we know we're healing because we're seeing it. We have now been taught since childhood to see the world with the open eyes and the different dimensions and the different energies that run by. We are shut down as young age not to see what really is going on out there. And we have been raised in a society where physical activities and physical touch, anything that is really you can see and feel and experience, is a reality when energies outside of us, outside of the physical plane, you know, they're real and they also need healing. So what I'm talking about here is that our body, we have different aspects of it. We have a physical body, and we see when that body is healing because you can see it. We have our emotional body, we have a mental body, we have our spiritual body, but also we have our sexual energy body. You know, when it comes to emotional healing or sexual healing or mental healing, you're gonna be able to see how healing happens in a different way. It usually doesn't happen like it will happen in the physical. Emotional healing, how do we know we are healing emotionally? So many of us, we're going through different situations and like different emotions, different feelings come up. Somebody did something wrong to us and we have this anger, we have this animosity, we have these fears, we have all these emotions coming up when something's happened in a physical aspect, but it's affecting our emotions. And emotional healing is about becoming present, of feeling what's going on, but at the same time becoming aware of what has been triggered, what occasion, what situation, what reality triggered that emotion to happen within you. So healing is pretty much like this. I'm gonna give you an example about my own personal life because that's how I can teach you about it. If you go back to liberatinginnerbeauty.com and you really read the story about me and our movement, you're gonna find out that when I was a child, I had so much anger, and I live in an abusive home. Not toward me physically, but it was a very environmental abusive home where my mom, my dad had so many issues, so much drama going on, and so many physical abuse, mental abuse, all kind of abuse, guilt and fears and all that stuff emotionally was affecting my family and also was affecting me as a child. And sad to say, at the age of 10, 12, 13, I was becoming a very angry, inside angry being. And I also was becoming a suicidal kid. where I didn't want to live anymore. I was very angry. I was very resentful. I was asking, at the age of 5, I was asking the universe what I was here for. I was at that age seeing the damage in my family environment, like the whole chaos of abuse in my family. My dad was alcoholic. He was also addicted to lottery, women, and things like that. My mom was always the victim. Um, she also had her fears and drama from her parent. So it was not a pretty environment that I grew up emotionally. Even though my mom always tried very hard to um, paint a different picture in our life, we kids, we always know what really is going on. So because of all that drama, when I was getting older, I created this anger towards myself, and I always tried to kill myself. Tried to cut my veins a couple of times. I tried to do toxic things. I was living in an internal toxicity, even though the outside world was seeing me as the most beautiful, loving, caring person, a kid. And this will be shocking for a lot of my family when they listen to my story, because a lot of people don't have, a lot of my family have not heard me talking about this. They kind of felt it, but they really don't talk about it. Even my sister had been affected by it, my brother, and everybody else. So the emotional healing happened because of all this angriness in my life. I developed at the age of 15 a very critical illness that it was discovered by my appendix. And my appendix was, I had appendicitis. And when I went to the hospital, they discovered it wasn't just appendicitis, that they found a tumor carcinoid, a cancer tumor inside of my appendix. Long story short, the doctors wanted to cut half of my body, like half of my intestine they wanted to take out, my part of my liver, my gallbladder, and some other area organ, vital organ of my body, because they were afraid that the cancer cells were spread out through my whole body. And when this whole thing was happening, I deeply got a big voice, like a voice came to me clearly when this was happening, and I took responsibility that I have created my own disease. God was answering me, my call. For so many years, 10, 12 years of my life, I asked God to take my life away. And the universe, God, was answering back. It takes time, but he answered back. She answered back. And I knew it was me the one created this disease. I knew it was my energy, my thought, my emotions. And when that happened, I became aware. I became present with my feeling at that moment. At 15 years old, I became very present with the reality that I was a co-creator of my own life. I was the one deciding to live, and I was the one that gave the second to myself. I gave myself a second opportunity to live life at its fullest. Doctors wanted to do the surgery. I refused. Thank God I live in a country back home where my parents accepted my decision to say no to the doctors, that I was taking full responsibility of it, and I went to my homeopathic natural doctor, and we did a very intense cleansing protocol with medicine from Europe to help me clean these cancer cells out of my body. But the process wasn't just physical. My body was healing. My physical body was healing with all the natural healthy food and the superfood that were put in my body, and all the detoxifications of metals and things. But deep inside, I knew myself that the work, it wasn't just physical, that it has also been mental, emotional, and spiritual. That's when I reach out to my community and my Gnostic community back home in Ecuador, spiritual community. We study all sacred knowledge, like sacred teachings, and it make me become more closer to source, to God, to the knowledge that I'm sharing with you today. Where I took responsibility of my own healing, emotionally and physically, and mentally. So for so many years, I became aware of my feelings more and more, and accept them, and see what really is going on, and where the emotions are coming from. Uh, so how does the healing, emotional healing, look like? For everyone, emotional healing, sexual healing, and mental healing, it can look in different ways. But even though I was able to overcome my disease like 18 years ago and become healthy because I took I took responsibility and I took charge of my own life, and I start seeing where my feelings were taking me, and be more careful with my feelings and being more careful with what I was thinking, because I knew that I was co-creating with my thoughts and my emotions. It becomes more clear and clearer now that anything that is happening to us, it also triggers our emotions to rise. Every situation is a trigger for emotional healing to happen, for sexual healing to happen, for a mental healing to happen. One of the quickest healing, emotional healing that it had happened to me a couple months ago. It was when I went to beautiful spring water here in Florida with one of my mentors. Even though I thought that I have healed so much from my childhood, the anger and the bitterness and the sadness and like all the abuse, there's still so many aspects that need to be healed. But if they are not triggered, you won't see it. So that's why I'm saying healing is about becoming present, becoming aware, and see what really is going on. So we went to these beautiful springs, and we did water healing, like using the energies and the element of water. And we do some kind of like meditations in it. And all of a sudden, my emotional healing became physical healing, because this energy that had been built, it was coming out of my body. Especially when we talk about these anger feelings and emotions, it really the energy get caught up in our solar plexus. And our solar plexus is where our stomach, our livers, the gallbladder, the kidneys are all in there. And that's why I had the problem I had with my appendix and the tumor growing here, because the anger and all these problems and all these feelings, emotions, energy built up and negativity was here. But I thought that I had it all out, but it wasn't. I still had a lot to heal. And what happened is that when we went to we did these rituals of healing, I felt this energy coming out, like I was popping a second baby, like I was giving birth. The energy, the emotional energy became so strong that it was creating physical pain in my body. Many people think that our body is in pain because something physical we did to it. In different modalities, in massage, like in Reiki even, acupuncture, shiatsu, any other healing modalities out there, we teach that anything that is happening in your mental, emotional, sexual energies, life, is going to be manifested through your physical body. So emotional healing will be manifested in your body. Your shoulders will be in pain when you have so much stress. You will have headache. Your eyes will hurt because there's something emotionally you don't want to see, and it will be manifested in your eyes. Your legs will feel numb. Emotionally, mentally, there's a place where you don't want to go, that you feel stuck and you don't feel capable of moving forward. And your body will make you feel that. So how that emotional feeling look like, it just look in different ways and you will feel it in your body. Also, it will look like having a little car accident. Somebody bump you in the back of your car, and it triggered emotions, and it triggered thought, and it triggered things in your life that you become the victim of it. But then when you are responsible and you become aware of your own, that you are co-creator of your own life, you realize that thanks to that person that bumped you in the back of your car, you'll be able to see what emotions came up. And when you see, okay, this person bumped me, I'm angry. The question is, what are you angry about? You're angry because the person bumped you. Like now you think about why that happened. You're angry because you were running late. You're angry because you made the wrong decision, the wrong turn. You're angry because what is really going on with that anger feeling. So how do you know you're healing is when you become aware. And when you become responsible and accept that everything that is going on in your life is a healing process of an emotion that's been triggered by something that happened in your life. So we are living constantly on a healing mode. We are living in times where we all are healing. You know, we have 5 red moon this year. We have a partial lunar solar eclipse. We have so many cosmic things going on. A world, a universe is getting aligned. We have so much astrological things affecting us internally and externally. We are living times where everything is being triggered. Even just having this talk with you is triggering something inside of me. It may be triggering something inside of you. And the beauty of healing is that when we take time and become present with that emotion, with that energy, we will be able to be aware and see and act from it, from a place of awareness, not from a place of fear or doubt or insecurities or don't know what's really going on. So anything that's happening in your life now, you came to this video, you're watching this video because the question of what is healing, emotional healing, sexual healing, physical healing, mental healing, triggers something inside of you. And it takes a lot of time to really understand this, like until you start living and becoming more aware of it, more present. So all I can say is that everything that is happening to you right now is a beautiful gift that is triggering an emotion, a thought, a situation for you to see very deeply what is the cause of it, what is the root behind all that, so you can consciously, from coming from a place of love and understanding and compassion, shift the energy into greatness. Because once you do that, you transcend that situation, that experience, and you move on. So you don't have to come back to planet Earth again, or another planet, if you believe you go to another planet. But you don't come back and live the same experience over and over and over. How do you know you are not healing? Because the situations are repeating to you over and over and over. Emotional healing. We have a partner that abuses. And then we fall into, we break up from this partnership thinking that the breakup will solve the issue, and it doesn't. and we fall into another partnership where that person also abuses. And then we break up because we're like, I don't want to be with an abuser again. And then you fall into another relationship that person may be abused you in a different way, with a different tone, vibration, or whatever. It's a different type of abuse. But you have the abuse pattern going on, and on, and on, and on. Until you don't become present, stay focused, and become aware of what is the true deep core issue of the abuse, you're not going to break through it. In my personal experience, going through, being raised in a family that it was abusive, emotional, psychological, mentally abusive, and falling into another relationship when I truly deny myself and I truly, claimed I would never fall into an abusive relationship in my life, falling into that abusive relationship and then falling into another different type of abusive relationship, but not physically or emotionally. But at that point, I experienced some kind of like energetic sexual abuses where the partners were like just energetic abusive in the sexual field, and it was not fun. And so it's like the core of the whole thing is like seeing that abuse from a different angle and see, okay, what is here? Like, what is this coming up all the time to me? Like, why is this happening? Like, let me just see deeper and deeper within myself. Why are these people, what is the gift of these people bringing to my life, the abuse part of it, and see it from a different angle, accept it, becoming aware. And when you become aware, is your healing process. And reach out to support, have people, mentors, coaches, healers that help you see deeper and help you to shift that energy coming from a place of compassion and love and move on. So next time you're in another relationship with a partner, you don't experience that abuse anymore. You move on. And then you maybe have an issue about fears. So many situations can bring up fears into your life, but it just didn't happen because of just now. But it's a fear that's happening from a long time ago, from a childhood time, a time where you were a child, and something really scared the hell out of you, and you became very fearful. And you are in your 40s, 50s, 60s, and you're still fearful of something that happened to you when you were a child and you have not confronted it. So healing is about going deeper. It's being present, becoming aware, going deeper into the root of the problem. And that will bring you to places where you were not even capable to handle before, or it will bring you to places you never thought of. And that will allow you to shift. Emotional healing, mental healing, sexual healing, and physical healing is not, it's a very big, huge topic to share with you. But in this video, I just want to give you a little glimpse of what it is. I hope that I have answered some of your questions about what it is healing and how does it look like it. If you have any more questions, suggestions, or comments, please email us at support@liberatinginnerbeauty.com. And also, I want to invite you to be part of an amazing, powerful, empowering community at www.liberatinginnerbeauty.com, where we'll all come together to break free of everything that's keeping us stuck. And also, it's a community that supports you, welcome you, embrace you, and love you for who you truly are. Come and join us. In 2015, we have 4 retreats happening. You can find out more about that at www.shamanicadventure.com. They're very powerful retreat, empowering, transformational in every single aspect of your life. Thank you for coming today and watching this video. Please like us, share with everyone else, and write down your comments underneath. Have a wonderful, beautiful day. And be love, and be in love every single day. Thank you.